Hello and welcome back. A few weeks ago I put out a video on how you could remaster your Suno tracks, and I got a lot of emails from people who wanted me to remaster their tracks, and we did end up working with a few of them. And while most of it went well, some of the tracks that my clients had me remaster did not turn out exactly the way they imagined. I do try to explain this before we start on any project, saying that, this is Suno, the room to maneuver is not that great. In some cases, you can only marginally improve the sound. And that is the way it is, actually, at this stage. So this might get better in time, but in the year of 2026, the Suno track can be a bit beyond saving, is what I'm trying to explain. The only way I would be able to guarantee a track would sound great is if we reproduce the track. What is a reproduction, you might ask? Well, basically it's taking a Suno track and treating it as a demo and then going through the regular music production process. What is the regular music production process? Well, basically it's where you program drums, program synths, record like live instruments, have a vocalist sing the track. Basically it's exactly the same thing that every other artist is doing with their regular releases that are not Suno. So I wanted to make a quick video to show you what exactly a project looks like when we take the Suno track as a demo and then reproduce the whole thing so no Suno elements are left. Now in this track, I'll get to the project, the vocals are still the Suno vocals because the client hasn't sent me the vocal tracking session yet. They're doing that. We're basically doing this remotely and they're doing their vocal tracking in a studio nearby. But once I receive the vocals, the pink ones are my backing vocals. Once I receive the main vocals, no Suno elements will be left in this project. Now I'll first play you the Suno track and then I'll let you hear the actual reproduction. So this is the Suno track. The track is called Too Late for Us All. So what the client did was he wrote the song and he played it with a guitar into his iPhone. So he had like a phone recording of him playing and singing the song. And then he uploaded it up to Suno and he used the cover feature in Suno. So he prompted it in what genre he wanted it, what elements he wanted it. But the actual song is all him. Basically, it's his song. And Suno, after a few iterations, came up with something that was close enough to what he had in mind, at which point he contacted me and now we're building the song. Now the good thing of reproducing is obviously you can take out anything you don't like, you can add anything you want, so you're completely free on where to take the song from the actual Suno demo. So I'll play you the track that the client sent that he got off Suno and then I'll go through the track that I built for him. So I'll start with the intro. Nice guitar intro with some vibrato guitars. Alright, I'll play you the intro of what I built. I'll go section by section. All right. So we had a guitar part. So this is the intro guitar. And then the drums come in and some keys and some bass. So this is the intro with the guitar. And at the top you can see that I have the arranger track. I'll play you the intro 2, where the drums come in and the bass comes in. And then right before we go into the verse, I'll go back to the Suno track. So here's the intro. So what do you have here? We have the guitar, and the guitar is actually a DI recording, so I'll turn off the plugins. So this is me playing it. So this is edited. So how I play it is that instead of trying to nail like a single performance, I play the first part, this part, and then I go back to the start and then wait for this part to come in, and then I play that part and I just stitch these together. That way I can have more control over the part I'm playing and it requires less editing and it's, more in time, etc. Instead of trying to get like the perfect take out of 50. So this is the intro. I have an EQ going into a Helix native plugin. So this is the software version of the Helix Line 6 Helix pedal I have, and I'm quite familiar with it. So I have the vibrato pedal model here going into an amp. This is a Supro amp, and then an impulse response, and that's it. And then I have the space echo following it, so a bit of tape delay. So I'll turn it back on. And then a drum fill comes in, so that's here. So this is distorted. Now, without the plugins, it sounds like this. But with the plugins, the distortion and the EQ sounds like this. I have a percussion track coming in. So this is, I believe, the session percussionist from Native Instruments. So this is playing a percussion loop, locked into time. I got the bass coming in. Alright, that's me playing it. And it's going into a Sans amp model. The Sans amp, I don't remember the actual model. It's the rack unit. It's a classic, 90s, 80s, 90s bass processor from Nembrini Audio. And then what else do we have? I think we have a bunch of keys. All right, so this is a Juno patch. Juno is a Roland Juno synthesizer, and I'm doing this with Diva from Yuhi. Now, one way I like writing my key parts is using easy keys. So what easy keys is, it's a nice virtual instrument from a company called TuneTrack, and basically it has a lot of grooves that were played using a MIDI keyboard by an actual pianist. So what you do is you bring in the groove and then you enter the chords, and it will play the chords based on that performance. Basically, it will switch the chords, so it's as if you're giving the chords to the actual player, and he plays the part using those chords. So I usually do a lot of my keys that way, or I can put them in. So this is actually me putting them in with the mouse, but having it done this way creates a lot more lively, like almost a real player is playing kind of feeling. I can do it myself, but I'm not that good of a keyboard player myself, so this way it's both faster and it does a better job than I would ever do. So that is our intro. Now I'll go into the verse. Now there's a kind of a lower tension when we go into the verse. I'll play the Suno track.
Then I saw the window shake, the door I walked within, for goodness ancient sake. I smell the dust that settled on the floor, memories of
So we have the drums, and it's a basic drum beat. This is really basic. This is, I believe, samples from Mars, and their vinyl drums kit or something like that. So it's really playing a basic pattern throughout the song. Alright, so that comes in. There is a loop playing in the background that gives that 16th but somewhat swingy feel. So, two of them together. So I'm doing something that is, kind of routine for mixers. Basically, whenever the kick hits, it will duck the low end of this loop. So listen to the kick and watch this band one. So we call this a sidechain basically, and the next step is I'm doing the same thing but for the snare. So it's ducking the loop whenever the kick or the snare hits. So it creates a temporary room for the kick and the snare instead of, making them all jumbled together. Now I have the bass, same bass part. No differences there. I get the percussion coming in. after the fourth bar. All right, next up we have some keys playing the main chords, and that's also Diva, and it's derived from, I think, like a Moog patch, probably, yeah, looks like it. So this is what it's playing. And it's got some chorus on it from UAD, the Studio D chorus, the Roland chorus.
Ancient sake, I smell the dust that settled.
So it's coming in with the another Diva patch, and it's playing this high melody.
Memories of melodies I haven't heard before.
And then we go into the chorus, I'm sorry, the pre-chorus. So that sounds like this originally.
And I recall the morning chill, the sound upon the sill that makes the memory still.
Alright, so we opted for a slightly livelier version of that. So this is our pre-chorus.
Oh, and I recall the morning chill, the sound upon the sill that makes the memory still. As curtains.
So what do we have? So basically we have a loop coming in, and that's from the Roland CR78. That's like a really old drum machine. Alright, so that starts playing. We have the percussion also playing the congas and the bass. So we have two guitars coming in. Alright, those come in. And two keys come in here. So one is another Diva. What is this? This looks like a Juno patch, yeah. This is also seems like a, yeah, another Juno model. So they're playing like pad chords here. With the cutoff open up. And we have some brass right at the end, some staccato brass. So, wonder what this is. I think this is a Contact library, yeah. Session Horns Pro. Alright, it's just playing the chords. And what I have here is, I wanted to have like this gritty sound. And iKey Multimedia makes this Tascam model. It's like a model of a small portable cassette recorder, or like a tape recorder back from the 80s, 90s, don't know when. And I pushed the highs a bit. So it's giving that gritty sound. So without the plugins, it sounds like this. Right, quite hi-fi. With the plugins, yeah. Yeah, so it's got some distortion on it and some EQ, pushing the highs even further before it goes into distortion, and then some slap delay at the end. Right, so giving like this nice vintage feel. So that takes us into the chorus. Okay, so in the chorus we have the drums coming in, we have some more loops coming in, the original vinyl break coming in, and we have a bunch of claps. Yeah, that goes into the reverb. So the percussion comes in, the bass keeps playing. There's this guitar playing now, the second phaser guitar. Yeah, and then I have this Juno bass track. Yeah, and then we have the vocals, we have the backing vocals, and that's about it for the chorus. I'll let you listen to the original chorus and then move on to ours.
As curtain is drawn, I feel my breath is cold. The house I call home, hot stories left untold. The shadows fall the same.
And the one we made is...
As curtain is drawn, I feel my breath is cold. The house I call home, hot stories left untold. The shadows fall the same, but nothing bears my name. It's not how I recall. It's too late for us all. So why do pictures fade out? The memories
Yeah, so that's about it. Basically, what else did I not show you? Play the bridge as well. The client asked me to have it like a more like a 16th note kind of feel that goes throughout the song instead of the 4x4 rhythm. And we wanted to have it like a tiny bit of swing to it. So these are the things that you can do when you're reproducing the whole song, because you can do anything, which is not really possible with just the remastering done. So I'll play the bridge.
If the spirit has flown, why am I screaming? I could walk away and live my life again. I could even pretend I never cared anyway. As curtain
So this is the bridge we came up with.
meaning of home or even dreaming. If the spirit has flown, why am I screaming? I could walk away and live my life again. I could even pretend I never cared anyway. As curtain is drawn.
So the last chorus, the Suno track, just repeats the earlier choruses, so it's quite similar in terms of tension, and there's nothing interesting going on. What we did was we removed the guitars and the synths in this section, so normally you would have the guitars and synths here, so we removed those. And we're just having the bass, the percussion and the vocals playing, and then at the end everything comes in and it, increases the tension.
As curtain is drawn, I feel my breath is cold. The house I call home hides stories left untold. The shadows fall the same, but nothing bears my name. It's not how I recall. It's too late for us all. 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 It's too late for us all.
I especially like this part where I named the drop. Basically, the Suno track has like a repeating guitar part here. I'll remind you how it sounds. Yeah, that's not really interesting. Now, what I came up with was this. So this reminds me of like those 60s sci-fi shows, like, The Mystery. I think that was a better idea than what Suno came up with. So with reproduction, you have these kinds of rooms to maneuver when you do this, whereas just remastering obviously will not let you do this. So yeah, that's about it. We basically take the Suno track and treat it as a demo, and then take the ideas that we like from the Suno track, build upon it, and then use regular instruments to rebuild the track. And once we're done, there is no AI generated elements left, so it's ready for release and it will sound as good as anything out there. And yes, I do provide this as a service, so if you're interested in having your track done, it doesn't have to be Suno, it could be just a simple guitar vocal recording or something similar. And I usually do work on demo to production type of projects anyway, so you can hit me up in my contact details in the description box, and I'll play you the track so you can listen to the whole thing and let me know how it sounds. Thanks.
Is wearing thin. I saw the window shake, the door I walked within. For goodness ancient sake, I smell the dust. I settled on the floor. Memories of melodies I haven't heard before. And I recall the morning chill, the sound upon the sill that makes the memory still. As curtain is drawn, I feel my breath is cold. The house I call home hides stories left untold. The shadows fall the same, but nothing bears my name. It's not how I recall. It's too late for us all. memories are blurred. They feel a bit absurd. My pleas went unheard. And when I stand and stare, I still can feel the heat. Or do I just compare the sweet taste of defeat? And it may feel like yesterday, the warmth is still real, the time takes its way, 'cause I am only aging. So why do keep searching?